everyone, I am Neyah and welcome back to another of our Pico card readings. In this Pico card reading, we are going to see your June predictions, and in this Pico card, I implemented both career, life in general, and love. So we have one Pico card just for June. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys fancy this style. And now let's get started with your reading. I want you guys to focus and concentrate on the piles, and we see each other later for your individual pile. Okay, pile number one. This is your June prediction 2021. Let's see what June has in store for you guys. June is going to be an amazing month for so many signs because we have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces for a while, which is going to deliver a lot of blessings, especially if you are a water sign. Not even mentioning that we're going to have a lunar total eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, which is going to bring so many changes for the collective. To know more, head on my Patreon where I talk about the zodiac sign and astrology as well. But now let's get started. You selected the lapis lazuli stone, the third eye stone. I love this stone, is one of my favorites. And let's see the tarot first. Wow, talking about change. And actually, I need to pull an additional card for you guys because one card that you had is not an actual card. It's like a jolly card that I like to keep on this modern witch deck. And it just literally says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Therefore, I highly suggest you to comment down in the comment section, as well as waking up in the morning like I do every day and just say, today is going to be an amazing day. Today is going to be a day full of opportunities. It's been a month that every single time that I wake up, I say literally this sentence, and this month has been full of opportunities and it's just been so freaking cool. And I talked about it on my Patreon as well. So you are a badass being. So the reading starts with telling you guys that there is a lot that is going to happen in June, and you need to be prepared for it with no insecurity, but know in your heart that everything that is happening, it's meant to be for you, and you can allow positivity and blessings to enter. Maybe perhaps pile number one, you have been for a while kind of like at home, like everybody, or not a lot of good things have happened for you, but I just want you to know that things are about to change. And I am saying this because we do have the Wheel of Fortune for you, pile number one, which does symbolize the fact that good luck and prosperity and fortune is entering, especially in the month of June. Now, this could also touch matters of the heart, as we do have the King of Cups also for you, which does indicate to someone coming into your life with a romantic offer. It could indicate a healer or a mentor that you're going to find in the month of June, or just simply in general, it does indicate change in matters that are ruled by the emotion sphere of ourselves. Therefore, anything that makes you happy within your feelings, anything that brings blessings and healing will happen in the month of June. Now, obviously, this is a general reading, so fit the message where it needs to fit. The signs that I am seeing are Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Now, I'm also seeing Taurus and Leo for some others of you with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, let me shuffle some other cards before we clarify with the oracle so we get a better picture of what is going to happen for you guys in the month of June. It's just going to take a second, so stick around. Okay, we do have the Devil card and the Five of Cups in the reversed, which does indicate, like I said, that in my opinion, you have been around maybe a negative environment, toxic people, or just, you know what I'm picking up, pile number one, just a general sensation of frustration that you had to deal maybe in the month of May, maybe by the middle of May when Jupiter was in the sign of Pisces. It's kind of getting better. And to be honest with you guys, pile number one, it's only gonna get better and better and better. The Five of Cups in the reverse tells me that maybe you were in a zone, in a space of depression, but because it is in the reverse, it does indicate a less negative effect, which tells me, pile number one, that in the month of June, you are overcoming feelings of depression, you are overcoming lies or toxicity in general. Maybe perhaps for some others of you, it could be even addictions, and you are aligning yourself with a more healthy lifestyle with diligence. And so with the Five of Cups in the reverse, I feel that even though you were in a space of depression or you were in a space of frustration when nothing was happening, you didn't really believe in the words of the devil, in the words of illusion, but actually in the past months, you have looked for clarity within yourself. And because you have looked for clarity within yourself, not only you are going to feel better in the month of June, but change can start happening. Because remember, as you guys probably know, change does start within ourselves first. And because you have cracked something that was traumatic within yourself, good and positive change can happen, which resonates so much also with the total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, because like I said on my Patreon, I feel that people that are going to do the work before the eclipse, which is going to be on the 26th, I don't know whether or not I'm going to post this video before or after, but if you have done the work and released some past trauma, you can bet that the full eclipse in Sagittarius is going to deliver positive change, because it is all about change. And it is, since Sagittarius is governed by Jupiter as his avatar, that's how I call it, Jupiter is the guru in the sky, and therefore always delivers blessings to people that learn their karmic lesson. And the devil is a very much related karmic card. So in my opinion, pile number one, you have learned some karmic lessons, and that's because that's why you're entering a new phase that it's much more prosperous, or at the very least sounds sweeter, sounds more healing, sounds more appropriate to you with the King of Cups. Not even mentioning, like I said, that the King of Cups could be a romantic relationship, but we're going to talk about this in a sec. No way. We do have the King of Cups twice, as I was saying that. So very much it could be that there is some sort of romance that it's happening in June for you. And if you are resonating with this, and I don't understand why, well, I'm going to hold it like this. I'm so sorry, guys. But if you are going to resonate or you're interested in love with the King of Cups, it could very much be that the person that you are encountering could be older than you or could be more successful than you. But this person, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, could be someone extremely sensitive and could be someone that actually does have a soul connection to you, being the cups the rule of emotions as well as spirituality. If you're not interested in love, with the King of Cups, yet again, we are talking about a much more fulfilling and healing vibration that it's entering in the month of June for you. Not even mentioning that moving away from the Five of Cups and the devil that I showed you before, and the universe affirming to yourself, pile number one, that you are a badass being. I feel that your spirituality, maybe even your spiritual gift, if you do resonate with the King of Cups as yourself, they could develop even further. You could get a lot of like clarity, like I said, or you could even meet someone that acts as a mentor for you or that teaches you valuable lessons, like even a friend with the King of Cups. Now, we do also have, in regards to love, chemistry. So I'm picking up the sensation, pile number one, that people that have choose this pile are not necessarily in a committed relationship with the chemistry card. So if you are in a committed relationship, it could be that your relationship is getting healed and therefore you're finding chemistry back. But for all the rest of you, I'm telling you, June is going to deliver, especially with the devil card, a lot of chemistry and a lot of a magnetic attraction to an individual. And if you are going to meet this individual, it might be that this person acts like someone else with the devil Devil card. It could be that in front of other people, they show you that they're not interested, they show you that they're not that sensitive, but then the more you get to know them and the more you feel this soul connection and this magnetic attraction, in June, you're actually going to discover their soft nature. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I just want to tell you guys that this is fate if it does happen. So with the Chemistry card, it also does represent that your vibration in general, pile number 1, in the month of June, it's going to rise to an extent where you are going to act as the Magician card. Because for me, the Chemistry card does remind me a lot of the Magician, and therefore you are going to have, if you are going to utilize this energy, this opportunity, I'm sorry if it doesn't focus, that's why I record with the phone sometimes, because this camera does my head in. Anyhow, you are going to be able to attract a lot of things to you if you decide to. So for instance, if you have like a project that you want to attract, a career, an individual, whatever it is, in the month of June, you will have access to more potential and to more energy in order to attract it to you, which is obviously very positive. Now, we do also have the Garden and the Gate card for you, my loves, which does indicate that something sweet it's gonna happen in the month of June. Now, the Garden and the Gate card does represent that something sweet might happen and come even inside your house or within yourself. But also the Garden and the Gate talks about remaining in your comfort zone. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it kind of clashes as a meaning. So for me, it indicates that June is going to be, for you, pile number 1, a very strong emotional new beginning, full of change, but do not be afraid to move away from your comfort zone, because sometimes it could be that maybe you're meeting an individual and you're always at home and you are afraid to ask them, why don't we go out once in a while? And with the Garden and the Gate, you could like feel that everything is so perfect that why would you change it? But then the universe will ask you to change it, will ask you to explore even more. So by the end of June, don't be afraid to ask for what you need to another person, whether this is a crush or an individual that you are with, or even within a career. With the Garden and the Gate, you need to understand that things are not meant to last forever, which doesn't indicate that if you meet the one or you meet your soulmate, you're not going to be together, but the dynamics of the relationship or the dynamics of a job or a career could change, and you should never be afraid of change. You should always go for the adventure, go for the exploration, because otherwise you just will remain stuck in that feeling of comfort, how sweet that it is, and you're never going to do what you came here to do, which is eventually to explore and expand. So this is something to keep in mind with the Garden and the Gate. Now, I'm also seeing the card of Treasure Island for you, which does indicate blessings and good luck. It's almost like in the month of June, after so many darkness with the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Devil card, you are finally finding your Treasure Island. Not even mentioning that it is number 9, which does indicate manifestation in numerology, and number 10 will be the competition. In fact, in numerology, we don't even count the number 10 as it reduces to number 1, which is the new beginning as well, because it's always competition and then the start of something new. But number 9, especially if you are going to see 999, you can bet that your manifestation are going to come into fruition in the month of June. So in matters of career, this predicts like huge gains of money with the Treasure Island, finding or winning money, having a promotion, or just simply feeling more energized in your workplace. In matters of relationship, this does indicate, even in the booklet, that you are going to meet someone new. So I'm definitely seeing in this prediction, particularly people that are single. And if you are meeting someone new, the universe wants you to know that this was fate that brought the two of you together. And with the Treasure Island, there is something special in this connection. So if you're even thinking or you recently met someone, I just want you to know that this person is not going anywhere, but actually it's meant to be explored further, or at least the connection will be explored further. Now with the Treasure Island, this does indicate that you could go even to more fancier places. You are going to be more attractive and more abundant for people to be perceived as, or you are going to, you know, hang around in luxury hotels, luxury places, whatever it's going to be. With the Treasure Island, there is a sensation of finally, after a long search, like think about a treasure, right? You have a map and then you have the X where the treasure is. And so you have been in the last months in the process of finding this holy grail, to finding this treasure. And finally it's here in the month of June. And you're kind of shocked because probably coming from the Five of Cups and the Devil, you're like, is this too good to be true? Is it this actually happening? Am I really getting my manifestation? I myself, sometimes when I manifest exactly what I want, like for instance, this house of mine, I was like, I wake up in the morning some days and I look at the, in my terrace and I'm like, am I even here? Because I visualized doing videos exactly in this scenario. And I got inspired from a girl that I don't think she does pick-up cards anymore. It was such a long time ago that she had such a beautiful view behind her back. I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. And I was like, wow, one day I hope I'm gonna have a house where I can do pick-up cards with such a beautiful view behind my back. And I mean, look at the background right now. Even I get shocked most of the time when I get manifestation, because it's almost like every time that a manifestation comes through after so much struggle, because we're human beings, it's struggle, it's part of the journey, right? Don't believe in people that, oh, it's so easy, we all struggle, we all have periods of sadness, it's completely normal. Don't feel guilty about it. So after, you know, especially for you, pile number one, after the struggle, when you get this manifestation, it's a moment of awakening, because you really realize not only that God exists and whatever it is that we're talking about for hours and hours in this YouTube videos, me and other people, it's like, this actually, it's true. Like, we know it's true, but when you get it, it's like another step in the awakening, and you realize that all the quotes that successful people have made when they said, if you can dream it, you can have it, it's true, and it's not just for them, it is for everybody. And you do understand the unconditional love of God and the unconditional love of the universe, because the universe or God, however you want to describe it, loves us all. And when you see a manifestation in your actuality, you can feel the love coming back to you. And I definitely feel that this is going to be the sensation, very emotional, considering we have twice the King of Cups for you, pile number one, in the month of June. Now, I also do have the card of 13, the energy, all right inside my fire divine energy, feel me, makes me shine. And like I told you, with the chemistry card, I am seeing that you are going to be full of energy in the month of June. There is a rise in vibration, which obviously it's going to translate in the way you look, in the way people perceive you, in the way you're doing things, in what you're manifesting. But you can play with this energy, and it's going to be up to you. I always say faith exists, destiny exists. Destiny makes people meet, makes job and career opportunities, enter our life, gives us ideas and inspiration. But then it's always up to us and our free will what we do with this energy. And this is also the beauty of life, the fact that we do have freedom. And so my suggestion to you, pile number one, is to not miss these opportunities, because they are going to be so special for you, and you just don't want to be in your comfort zone with the garden and the gate and see it and play it safe, thinking, oh, well, I want to play it safe, I don't want to get hurt, because with the Devil and the Five of Cups, I already been miserable. Seriously, giving a chance to love, to a new career, to new projects, to dream, to big dreams, it's always worth it. I was one of you guys back in 2018. I used to do a normal job as a shop assistant and makeup artist in a shop, and I was deadly afraid to go on YouTube. Like, I would have never done it. But then people were so warm and nice to me outside of YouTube, and they were like, you're so talented at tarot. You're so talented at tarot. Do it on YouTube. Do it in English. You know how to speak English. And I'll thank these people that pushed me in, like those soulmates that told me to do this channel, as well as the universe, because it give me the freedom as well as the opportunity to be here today. And I couldn't be more grateful than that. And this is the sensation that I have for you, pile number one. You will have the opportunity to really feel emotionally fulfilled, but then with the energy card, it's going to be up to you the way you want to utilize it, as well as the way you want to focus your intention for the long term. Now, I'm also seeing the card of Kali Yantra. So this card talks about, in my opinion, opinion from the Kali deck, it is about concentration, it is about creativity, it is about giving gratitude, and because of the blessings that you're having, not even mentioning that, in my opinion, it does indicate the root chakra being the color red. And so there is something that it's happening, maybe even like a blessing literally from your spirit guides and angel, that it's making you feel alive again. Because the root chakra, it's not just our survival, it's our life force. It's where the Kundalini energy starts. It's where all the energy, we feel it and we raise it up until the crown chakra, until it goes in a spiral. So definitely there is like intense energy that it's happening for you in the month of June. And being number 12, which reduces to number 3, there is a burst of creativity in matters of career. I'm not necessarily seeing change in career, even though it could be that something changes in your career and you are asked to show up you are asked to show more your creative side. We also do have the beautiful Strength card, the Queen of Cups, and the King of Swords. I mean, brace yourself, because June is going to be really intense with the Strength card and the King of Swords. You can even have more than one love offer, or more than one people that comes, or one is a mentor and another at this point could very much be a loving relationship. I mean, this could be even twin flames, with the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups being the match, the perfect match to each other. But with the King of Swords, like I told you guys, do not be afraid to remain in your comfort zone. Do not be afraid to have open communication with this new individual that you will encounter, especially with the Kali yantra, because this is also a test for you to not get swayed away by your emotion and to set your standards, so you don't make the same mistakes with the Devil and the Five of Cups that you made in the past, where maybe you were afraid to share your standards, what you wanted, because when you don't do that, people do misunderstand, and you might lose the chance to actually show who you really are. And when people, especially in those initial dates, don't show who they really are, they kind of sometimes miss the opportunity to be with that person, because people, you know, it's a game, so you have to know how to play wisely. But generally speaking, there is so much alignment for you, pile number 1, in the month of June, and there is so much blessings and abundance that it's coming. So please let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about this reading, because I love to hear your stories, so I'm super excited for you. And for private readings, the link is down below if you want to have more clarifications about specific matters, which include love, career, soul project, and so much more. Thank you so much for being here, and I'm going to move ahead for those of you guys who choose pile number 2. Number 2, let's figure it out together what is going to happen in the month of June for you guys. So like I said, for the other piles, we actually already have Jupiter in the sign of Pisces, which is going to deliver so many blessings for the water signs as well as the other sign in the zodiac. And we're also going to have eclipse season, as there is a total lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, which is going to bring so many changes for the collective. I talk more about this on my Patreon, where I do astrological zodiac prediction. Sorry, today I can't speak. So let's figure out together through your cards, regardless of the astrology, what it's going to happen for you in the month of June. I'm going to start with the tarot. So we do have the Hermit card showing up for you guys, Virgo. Then we do have the 8 of Wands, Aries, Leo, or Sag. And then we do have the 6 of Swords. So I don't understand why this camera doesn't really focus. Okay, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So with these 3 cards, what I can tell you, pile number 2, is that she is turning off her computer. She is retreating. So that indicates that you are retreating from something. And we do also have the 6 of Swords, in fact, indicating moving on. So maybe in the month of June, you're moving on from someone, you're moving on from a career, you're moving on from a relationship. Fit the message where it needs to fit. And if you have been thinking lately to move on to somewhere else, whatever that else for you might be, me, or to even perhaps retreat from social media, deleting for a while some apps so you can recoup yourself, I'm telling you, this is a good choice for you and you should do it. When I removed myself from Instagram for it was like 30 days when I did the 90s challenge, it was the best thing I have ever done. I regained so much creativity and mental stability. And so closing off that computer and allowing myself to and give myself some self-love and space to just do what I love was the best thing I have ever done. And sometimes I do that as well when I am too full up with readings. I'm like, I'm going to take my time, finish my readings, and just retreat and have fun. Sometimes, even though I feel that with the pandemic, we were obliged to retreat, but still somehow we are in the mind frame that we always have to take action. We always have to do something. And every single day has to be a hard working day. Otherwise, we don't value. And I think that for you, pile number 2, in the month of June, you're realizing that that is completely a lie. When I realized that myself, not because I want to project, I just want to share with you guys, but when I realized that myself, that no, not every single day has to be a super hard day, sorry for my English, I realized that I could just do pick-a cards and my job with more fulfillment and joy, and then I was more than allowed to give myself some gifts or some rest or just a walk in the park and just some fun, because I was so workaholic that literally not even one day I was allowing to receive. And even my psychic, the one that I go to, she told me, you need to allow yourself to receive, because otherwise all the hard work that you're doing serves nothing. And I think that this is what you're learning right now by the time that you're watching this video, pile number 2, as well as where you're heading in the month of June. Now, obviously with the Hermit card, that could symbolize as well moments of solitude, moments of retreat, moments especially with the total lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, where you're healing old traumas and you are addressing strong matters within yourself. But I just want you to know that whatever it is, if you are aligning and resonating with this Hermit card, is the right thing to do. Moving away, if you're asking or inquiring about a specific person, is the right thing to do. And because you're heading towards a new journey, we do have the 8 of Wands, which I love, because in this particular deck, we do see a girl in a motorbike moving towards a more exciting, adventurous direction, which reminds me a lot of the 6 of Swords. So it could be that initially you will have that bitter sensation of, oh, what a bummer, I have to move on from this job, I have to move on from this whatever story I told myself, I am setting up for a new belief system, I'm moving on from a relationship. But so it will start like with that feeling of bitterness and, oh, what a bummer, you know, I hope that would have worked, but it just doesn't. But then eventually this is going to turn into not only your next new blessings, but true blessings in the month of June with the 8 of Wands, because the 8 of Wands does talk about communication, good news entering really fast into your life, and just in general a new exciting direction for you. So don't be afraid to retreat, confront yourself authentically, and make those hard decisions to move on, because walking away for you, pile number 2, in the month of June is the right thing to do. And there is no really other chance unless you want to remain stuck in the hermit space. Wow. And it is really the right thing to do, especially if you're interested in love. We do have the Lovers card. Now, the Lovers card is not just about love. It could symbolize just you making this decision in the month of June or moving away. Apologize for my camera not focusing very well. Anyhow, is the Lovers card. And there is a lot of passion, a lot of excitement. This, in fact, is the sign of Sagittarius, as she has a tattoo of Sagittarius over here. And I just love it. I love this energy. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands. So it's not because you're walking away from someone or something, pile number 2, that you're giving up on that dream. You're giving up on the bigger picture. Like if you're walking away from a relationship, it's not because you're never going to meet that one. If you're walking away from that career or that modality of doing things, it's not because you'll never have that success. It's just that the way it's going to come, it's going to be a tiny bit different or with someone else, but is indeed going to come with the Lovers card. So there is a decision that it's going to be made from you in the month of June, but trust me, if the decision is to walk away and move on, it is the right one. With the Lovers card, we do have to mention that for those of you who are single, or even at this point in a couple or in an initial stage of relationship, it could be that with the lovers there is so much passion. You have found your twin flame, you have found your twin soul, ultimate soulmate, however you want to label it, okay? There is this strong magnetic pull that brings you guys together over and over and over again. And with the Seven of Wands, things might not be always good. Like there could be some inconsistency. I feel more this is an initial stage of a connection, but the more you will go deeper into this connection and getting to know each other, and the more you will make the effort in the month of June, the more I see you, like I see the universe pulling you guys intensely together. Now in matters of career, it could be just the same. You get pulled in by a career that it's really meant for you after a tough decision of walking away or moving on from something. So yet again, fit the message where it needs to fit. Wow, we need to talk about love. So we do, I'm not going to take this one as they came like this, but I'm taking the one that came flipped. We do have the Three of Pentacles, which talks about work and teamwork, as well as building something together. Then we do have the Two of Cups, so another card of love. And then we do have the Queen of Swords. I have no clue why the camera is not focusing. Oh, thank God for the Queen of Swords. So yeah, with the Queen of Swords, yet again, I feel that in the month of June, and in fact, I want to put it over here. In the month of June, there is a lot of authenticity, a lot of clarity. Maybe this is even pile number 2, clarity that you're sharing with someone. Like you're telling them, if you are going to be inconsistent with me, I am going to chop you off because I'm not interested. And if you will do that, if you will walk away, this person will be magnetically pulled back to you. And then from there on, the love and the expression of love can start because the other person realizes that you're serious. In matters of career, like I said, you're becoming very authentic about where you want to go. You're looking at the horizon in the month of June, and you are having sharp intentions, and you're blunt with the universe. You're honest with yourself. You know you want to walk away. You know that is a decision that needs to be taken. And after the decision with the Lovers card and the Queen of Swords will be taken, you will be ready with the Three of Pentacles to build a strong foundation, those strong career. Two of Cups, following love is never wrong. Love meaning not just romantically speaking, but about your direction, like what you love doing. Maybe for those of you guys who choose this pile, you were in a career that was literally draining you, and you knew that it was over. It's been over for a while. I mean, with the Hermit card, you know this, but you remain there. And now it is the time where you actually shut down that computer. Maybe you were working in an office or from home, in an office kind of setting, even from home, I mean, and now you're closing that off and you're like, I'm heading towards my new life. Which with the Six of Swords and the the Eight of Wands could also implement traveling, like either traveling with a lover, or just traveling. And so maybe becoming a travel blogger, if that is possible. I don't know, but it's going to be possible in the future. Getting to a holiday, relocating, getting towards a new journey, even physically, because that is what you want to do. You want to be on the ride, because the Eight of Wands card reminds me of this. Reminds me of being on the ride, but there is a heavy emphasis like on the Lovers card and the Two of Cups. Like you see how these two people are united into each other. They have different skin color, different backgrounds. Maybe they're just different, but somehow their soul is intertwined. And yet again, there you go, the cards. So there is that also, if you guys are interested in love. Now with the Love card, we do have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture, which does indicate, in my opinion, actually clarify the Queen of Swords. So like I said, I feel for you, pile number 2, in the month of June, it is all about expression. Now this expression with the Eight of Wands could come from an individual as well, either a lover or a job or a friend, like people that are bringing you good news and they're expressing their love and they're finally opening up. But I do see this as also you becoming authentic with the Queen of Swords and expressing your love, Two of Cups, Cups, expressing what you want to other people, what you want to the universe. And in fact, by the end of June, with the Three of Pentacles, you will have the basis and the strength to start building what you want, because you have walked away from something. Express your love, like I said, could also symbolize, for those of you interested in love in the month of June, that someone, because you have been honest and you have been clear, will express their love to you. And maybe, I'm not sure that this will actually come completely out of the blue. I think that with the Lovers card and the Two of Cups, you can feel the connection if you're thinking about someone. And this person might not have told you right now, but they are thinking about building something solid with you. They are going to express their love. So Eight of Wands is all about the expression. If you are in an established bond, it's just going to bring you more and more together, or you're relocating with your husband or wife, and this person, maybe after a moment of retreat from you or a more of a cold situation in love, it's coming back with a solid offer of love. And in career in general, like, I see change. I see you moving to somewhere else that leads you to more fulfillment, more emotional fulfillment. Now, we do also have the card of All Tied Up. So this card is the Eight of Swords, but for me, this card does indicate so many other things than just what the booklet says. Because All Tied Up reminds me of the Hermit card and reminds me of you feeling stuck in a place where you don't belong and you don't even like, whether this is relationship or not. So it is time in the month of June to remove and walk away, and we already talked about that. But with it all tied up, like, I don't know why, but I do see the tied up as the knots. Like in witchcraft, there are spells that are done to bond people, okay? Now, I don't perform them, but it's just like, follow me through. It's a metaphor. It's a reminder. So even like in a marriage, like in the Hindu marriage, they put like a red string all over your body, and they tied you up with that person for 7 lives. So the tied up reminds me of this knot. And with the Lovers card and Two of Cups, it's almost like there is either like a spiritual connection, or like you guys are gonna tied up. Like this person, it's going to express their love, and then you're gonna be official. Or for instance, in a career, you're gonna promise yourself that you're never going to look back, and you are only going to follow your emotion, your love, and what you love doing. And so you tied up that promise to yourself. So I see this happening in the month of June, which ultimately is going to result in the Three of Pentacles, which is building the solid foundation after making a promise to a person and to yourself, after having moving on, and after having decided what new project, new cathedral in that sense you want to build. So that's the expression that I am seeing for you in the month of June. Now, we do also have going towards your goals with the cheetah. And so this reminds me of that bottom of the deck energy of the Seven of Wands. I'm sorry for the camera. The Seven of Wands that we had before, which is do not give up. I think you had the Seven of Wands before. Anyhow, do not give up. And even though the situation sometimes in the present moment with the Hermit card can be dry, like you're retreating, you're walking away, there is this sense of bitterness, the Six of Swords, you're moving away mentally, there is like, oh, what a bummer, but it's like you're about to get to somewhere bigger, better, and you're making that leap. You're making that leap of faith with that cheetah. And things with the cheetah especially, they're all of a sudden going to move extremely fast after you making this decision to express your love and following love. King of Pentacles, the wolf, symbol of freedom, could be your spirit animal. The King of Pentacles could be the person that is with you. The King of Pentacles is usually a mature, successful individual, brunette most of the time. Or it could just implement you becoming the boss of your reality and therefore launching yourself towards your bigger goals. Something like that is leading you to a much more fast-paced, successful direction. It's happening for you, pile number 2, in the month of June. Now, you guys are so many, so apply it where you feel it needs to be applied. General, life, love, career, okay? Now, I'm also seeing the card of romance. So pile number 2, you are my romantic pile. Romance is a sacred power, let it come to me this hour. So I'm telling you guys that if you are thinking about a specific individual, maybe this could even be like if you are in the initial stage of a relationship, you are walking away, you're letting go. And then this person comes back and tells you, I love you, out of the blue. And that's the 8 of Wands. Or maybe you're walking away from an ex, like even energetic, like done deal. And then this King of Pentacles or Queen of Pentacles come about and you're just like soulmates, twin flames. There is romance for you in the month of June because it is very much tied up with your authentic expression. What I feel is that you have come a long way and you know now that it is the time to always be honest. It is the time to always set up your boundaries and to have high standards. And this is going to propel the change that you always wanted. Because like I said, all the time, changes come from you. So when you're delivering a different vibration to the universe delivers to you what you want, believe it or not. And through contrast, you know, you learn about this as well. So it's all good, but there is romance in the air. So I don't want to be focused so much about love, but there is no shadow of a doubt that if you are thinking I will never be with this person, or I see a bit of inconsistency, the bond that you guys share is so strong that the universe will magnetically put you back together. So this is a fate thing with the Lovers card. And so you're going to arrive to your ending goal. That's what you need to know about June. And make a promise to yourself to always follow love, and you'll see that you'll never be wrong. So another card that I have is the Lalita Tripura Sundari from my Kali Oracle deck. The Lalita Tripura Sundari card talks about negative experiences that we had in the past that are going to be magically cleared away once and for all, which reminds me a lot of the energy of the total lunar eclipse. Like I said, with the Hermit card, I feel personally that you are ending a chapter in your life. You're coming into resolutions where you know you don't want to look back anymore. You're closing down that chapter. You're closing the computer. You're taking a break. And so the negativity, it's going away. And you are overcoming the obstacle with the Cheetah card, and you are aligning yourself to something so much better. And in my opinion, this has to do a lot with romance. It has to do a lot with your divine partner that is going to show up in case you're single in the month of June, or it's going to get completely revealed, let's put it this way, in the month of June, as well as maybe like it's all tied up together, to be honest, pile number 2. It could be that this person is tied up to your purpose, and so everything will just kind of match up, because the 3 of Pentacles also does represent teamwork. So it could be that you guys are coming together because you have a common mission. So that is going to be all to explore. In June, all of this will be revealed, and then from there on you'll tell me in the comment section what is actually happening. Okay, you guys, this is what I see for you in the month of June. If you have specific questions, I do offer private readings that are listed down below in my Etsy shop, and I see you guys also on Patreon for the zodiac prediction sign by sign. And I'm gonna move ahead for those of you guys who chose pile number 3. Okay, pile number 3, let's figure it out together what is gonna happen for you in the month of June. Like I said, for the other pile, we are having Jupiter in the sign of Pisces, which is going to deliver so many blessings for all the zodiac sign, but especially for those of you guys who are water signs. And we are going to have eclipse season with the full lunar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, which is going to bring enormous change to the collective. If you want to know more about astrological events, head on my Patreon, as I do monthly sign by sign astrology readings. Now, let's figure out together pile number 3, what is going to happen for you according to the tarot in the month of June. We're going to start with the tarot. So we do have the 2 of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius for you. Then we do have the 3 of Swords. And the Page of Cups. All right. So, a decision will be made. Very similar to pile number 2, we are going to see how it's different from that, but there is definitely a decision that you are going to make in the month of June. And I don't know why I'm picking up so many people in matters of love, but this could be a decision just in general in your life. With the 3 of Swords, I feel that you are in a space of, or you will be, of a bit of heartbroken. Like something must have happened in your relationships. Maybe you missed a couple of friends, and I missed too, and it doesn't matter sometimes how much you say sorry. People just, they don't want to come back to you, and that's okay. That's part of the journey. That's part of the lesson. And I think that you are learning how to move on for certain heartbreaks. So whether they are coming from a friend, or they are coming from a lover, or from a job career, there is been some sort of rejection that has happened, and God forbids, but it does happen, and it happens to everybody. And I have a video on Radio Alchemy about how to deal with rejections if you guys are interested. In my humble opinion and experience, rejection is always a blessing from God, and you are no different, because we do have the Page of Cups, which does symbolize that yet there will be, or there has been, some rejection, and there was time to make a decision to move on. But with the Page of Cups, there is something new happening, and there is a new offer entering in the month of June. Now, this offer could definitely be about love, being the cups, the ruler of the emotions, or it could be just in general about career. So if you are going to be rejected from a job position, or from an exam, or from a person, I want you to know, guys, to not take this too personally, but know that maybe that person or that path wasn't never really meant to be for you. I know it's sad to hear, but maybe this is what it's going to prevent you to feel even worse and actually move on quicker. Now, we do have the 3 of Wands, which does indicate that at the beginning of June, you're making this decision, and while you're making this decision, like I said, you feel rejected, your heart is a bit broken, but then eventually you find hope back, and you look at the horizon knowing that there must be something better, there must be something else coming. And maybe in the initial stage of June, you're still looking for that new thing that is coming. But with the Magician card, soon enough, you will understand in the month of June that it's just a matter of manifestation. Now, I have made a video on a Radio Alchemy about virtual reality and how to make things happen really, really fast if you apply some sort of not realism and you believe in dreams, and they just happen. With the Magician card, it's almost like in June, you are finally confronting your energy, and you're saying, well, I've been rejected, I am living a life that I don't want to live for some reason. It is time I make a decision, and I am going to be in control of my vibration, because I realize I cannot control external event or external people, but I can control what I attract to me. So for instance, in case of a friend, I have missed some of my friends that I argue with, and I try to mend those relationships, but if people don't want to come back, well, you move on, and I eventually found better friends. So that could be an example. Or obviously for love, it's just the same, you know, example of you move on from someone that has rejected you because you couldn't see the light in you, and then with the Page of Cups and the Magician, you're able to manifest the lovers that actually does appreciate what you have to offer and your light. As well, it goes for career. You do actually manifest something even better. You know, I give my example simply so we can relate and I can share with you guys. When I felt personally rejected from the music industry, for me, it was a 3 of Swords situation. It was really hard to deal with the fact that some labels didn't want me anymore, some gigs didn't want me anymore, and things were just falling apart. But then eventually I realized that the universe had so much more for me, and I will never go back to where I was in music. Like, never. Even though it was one of the best years of my life, I will never exchange my career on YouTube for the one in music. The sense of liberation, freedom, appreciation that I had from this job is just beyond anything that I could gather from just music music itself, but that doesn't mean that I cannot love music or you cannot love what you were doing. It's just that you love it in a different way. You love it in a more unconditional way, and you're not necessarily attached to the fact that it's not monetized or it's not a career, if it makes sense. So I see you very much in this vibe. But with the Magician in June, you will have the possibility to have a new beginning. You will have the possibility to manifest something better. The Lover's card, again, so also pile number 2 had this, so if you want to click also on pile number 2, you could. And the King of Pentacles, very similar to pile number 2. So there is definitely something new that it's going to come. And this is due to you in June making a strong decision to move away from burdens or from sensation of separation with love, which could be in general about your life or just in general about career. Now, specifically about love, it talks about meeting a soulmate or meeting someone that is so much more successful, abundant, that it's not codependent, because the King of Pentacles is the master of independence. He's a very successful entrepreneur. He's a very successful individual, handsome, stable, and free. So that could resonate with you as well. Wow. We do have the 10 of Cups. We do have the 10 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the 8 of Wands for you guys. So in June, after an initial rejection or an initial heartbreak, there is a new adventure entering your life. And with the 10 of, oh my God, and with the 10 of Cups, it does symbolize emotional fulfillment, people that are coming into your life and they are meant to stay, whether they're friends or lovers. And with the 8 of Wands, it could even be new job offers entering your life because you have decided to make that strong decision and to manifest something better. With all of these wands, it could very much be that you're dealing also with foreigners, or it could very much be that you're dealing with something new, like a career that you have never explored before, or that it's very much tied up with creativity, as the wands are the rulers of passion and creativity, in my humble opinion. If you want to learn tarot with me, by the way, I have an e-course listed down below where I teach you guys my tips and tricks and even how to manifest with tarot. So there is incredible good news by the end of June. So my advice to you, pile number 3, is to not get discouraged by the initial unsatisfaction that you might feel by the end of May, beginning of June, because everything it's about to turn, and it's about to turn for the positive, and whatever it's going to enter by the end of June, it's meant to stay for a long run with the 10 of Cups. Now, in fact, I'm also seeing the card of attraction. So with the Magician card, this is another confirmation that in the month of June, you can manifest what you want. Maybe this is Jupiter in Pisces for you. Maybe it could be another alignment in the sky, but whatever it is, you will have the decision in the month of June, or either becoming, even you, the King of Pentacles, the leader of your own life, your own light, your own independence, and move forward with new manifestation, or you could stay stuck and undecisive. That it's going to be completely up to you. But personally, judging from this card, I feel, pile number 3, that you are going to have the strength to remove yourself from this heavy sensation in your heart and get those energy back at you, renewed and re-energized, and just literally attracting new opportunities, because the 8 of Wands to me and the Knight of Wands do represents fun, joy, activity, opportunities, new adventures. So yes, there will be a bit of heartbreak, stagnation at the beginning of the month, but it is all for the better, and it is all because of better blessings. Not even mentioning that with the attraction card, I'm seeing you could be single by the time that you are going to enter June. And with the attraction and the Page of Cups, there is a new beginning of love sparkling for you if you guys are interested. If you're not necessarily interested in love, I do have the card of community for you, pile number 3, which does symbolize that if you have been rejected from friends that don't want you anymore, or from a specific community perhaps that always has constantly rejected you to the point where you were not suicidal necessarily, but you were having like really dark thoughts with the Three of Swords. I'm telling you, it was meant to be. That wasn't the community for you. Those weren't the friends for you. And maybe you have been blind for a while because it's just you didn't see the higher perspective from the universe. But trust me when I say, pile number 3, that by the end of June, with the Page of Cups and the Lover's card and the Magician, if you will decide to shift your perspective with the Community card, I am seeing lots of new friends entering your life. So whoever has rejected you in the past will be long history, and to be honest, they could even, you go off your own way, and shame for them because they're losing on someone like you that is extremely sensitive and knows how to dream big and knows how to follow love. So when people lose on people like you, that it's their shame, it's shame on them, really. But with the Community card, it could also represent that by the middle to end of June, you will be invited to parties, to events, to more gatherings that will allow you to enter more, more interesting environments, interesting people that might be even related with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands with your career. And therefore, by meeting and having new communities, you open your perspective and you find also new job offers. Now, specifically about love, I am seeing the Loyal Heart. So I definitely feel that if you have been rejected by someone, you shouldn't even be worried about, because the universe has in store for you a very stable romantic lover. Like with the Loyal Hearts and two owls looking at each other, that gives me the impression with the Lover's card and the Ten of Pentacles, like two souls finally finding each other and looking at each other in the eyes and recognizing their soul rather than recognizing physicality. Now, passion is going to be a factor with all of these wands, but I feel that the passion that you guys are going to share, it's going to be so much more than just that. It's going to be a really beautiful soul connection. And I honestly don't know why I'm seeing so many people entering soulmate connection lately. Maybe it is because Jupiter is in Pisces, and Pisces is a very romantic sign. As a rising sun in Pisces and Venus in Pisces as well, I definitely know that. So you are attracting a better life. That's what I'm seeing in the month of June. So by the time that you're watching this video, if you feel indecisive to whether or not you should move on from a heartbreak, I'm telling you, hard as it is time, and it is all for the better. Now, talking about new things entering, I have from the Kali deck the Kama of Kali. This card does represent new blossoming. This is the lotus flower that blossoms even in the mud, if the card focuses. And this is a gift bestowed to you by the Mother Goddess, the Divine Mother. I pray to the Divine Mother each and every single day. And since I have been praying the Divine Mother, like my life has transformed even more for the better. She is such a strong energy that so many people have forgotten. And so pray to the Divine Mother, especially if you feel that you resonate with the feminine aspect of God, because she needs us. She needs to rise after so much suppression and so much of forgotten her. Now, I do understand the separation in spirit doesn't exist, and in fact, father and mother are together, but I feel that that's not an excuse to forget that part. We need to remember the femininity in spirit. We need to praise the femininity in spirit, because if we just forget, I'm not sure that will be, that's right, you know? And I see you doing that in the month of June, maybe even reconnecting with your own femininity at large, regardless of your gender. And with the Kama of Kali, there is this beautiful flower, which reminds me, pile number 3, of an offering coming up for you in the month of June, especially with the Eight of Wands. There is a passionate offering entering your life that will make you feel so much fulfilled, yet stable with the King of Pentacles, and could involve both love, career, and life in general. Whatever it's gonna be, I just wanna let you know that yes, it's fate, but at the same time, you have co-created this with the universe. universe with the Magician card and the attraction. So give yourself credit if you're moving on from something, because you're literally doing something great for yourself, and you will thank yourself as well as the universe by the end of June. And talking about faith, I also have for you the card of 8, which is the symbol of infinity, and the card of destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown to me. So there is no shadow of a doubt that in the month of June, you are going to make this decision, and you will know deep down in your heart that destiny is at play. I am seeing in the month of June divine intervention entering in your life in the totality of your life, both for opportunities, career, and love. There is something really special that it's happening for you in the month of June, and it's setting you up for new blessings and new beginning. There are going to be, I'm going to say this again with the 10 of Cups, they are going to be long lasting. Now the 10 of Cups also does remind me of soul family, like I said, new friends, but especially your family and children. So you could meet someone that actually wants to settle down with you and wants to have children. I'm not seeing the Empress card yet, so I'm not necessarily seeing yet pregnancy, but if that is on your mind, or if you have a stable partner, talking about settling down, getting married, or having children will be on the table, as well as social gatherings that are going to make you fulfilled and happy, and meeting people that are so high vibrational with the community card and the 10 of Cups. I didn't see the Empress, but we do have the Emperor. And this, like I said, pile number 3 is the result of your leadership. Maybe you were even in a career that wasn't allowing you to shine as much as you should, because you're just not meant to do what you were doing, but you are meant to do something bigger and greater that has some sort of leadership position. Or maybe this is more in general for some of you, and it has to do with the fact that finally you will find the courage in the month of June, maybe because of all the things that are happening astrologically, to become the main character of your life, to stop believing in realism, or believing that that is the life you're supposed to be. You're supposed to wake up in the day and do a 9-to-5 job or whatever. It might be that version of that, or you might be in a community that you don't like, or talking to people that you don't like. That story in the month of June will end, and you will finally say, I am in control of my vibration. I am creating with the universe. You can even affirm it in the comment section. I am co-creating with the universe. And the universe will just respond back at you immediately because of your authority. In matters of career, it could be that you're also gaining more authority within a newer community or within newer people. People are perceiving you more stronger than before. They're perceiving you better, and they're becoming generally more loyal to you. With the loyal card, it could be that before you got betrayed by friends, and now you're attracting friends that are long lasting, that understand you, and they are not going to betray you. But there is a lot of fun with the community card and the Knight of Wands. I'm telling you, you will be invited to parties. You will be invited to people that have a lot of energy to offer, and then maybe by observing them, you will also learn how to carry better your life and your persona. We do have also the 5 of Wands, the Death card, and the 9 of Swords in the reverse. And this is, in my opinion, some of the things that are going to happen by the beginning of June, or some of the things that you need to decide to let go. You need to decide to let go of drama in your life, of people that are steering drama, of communities that are dramatic perhaps. And with the Knight of Swords, the reason that is because it just led you to a heavy sense of anxiety. Maybe you have suffered even from depression, or I would say at the very least panic attacks. And with the Death card and the Rebirth card, I feel that you are done with all of that. You want better. You are asking for the universe better in the month of June, and you are transforming. And once you transform, you don't look back. And this is where usually blessings can enter your life completely. And I feel that these blessings that are entering for you in the month of June are meant to happen with the Destiny card, but it's also because you have decided that they're meant to happen. Does it make any sense? Like, you're not just saying sit and wishing for things, you're making it happen. And we also, in fact, do have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. Be prepared in the month of June for new, exciting beginnings in matters of money and career. Maybe in a community where you were always underappreciated, and you felt that the people that were following you or were working with you, they were never loyal and were actually very competitive. They couldn't vibrate at your same frequency. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this is tremendously going to change in the month of June, because you're finding a place with the Emperor card and the Ace of Pentacles, in my opinion, of more independence. And then there won't be even competition. Like, I feel that you will find people that don't even perceive life as competitive, but they perceive more, I have my own, you have your own, so what you're bringing to the table, it's more for everybody. And this is where you always wanted to be anyway. So see as those rejections, like I said before, as a blessings from God, because your new beginning and your new rebirth, it's over here finally in the month of June. So this is what I see for you guys. I hope this reading resonated with you. If you do have specific questions, I do offer private readings, and the link is down below on my Etsy shop. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here with me today. See you next week with another of our Pico cards, and on my Patreon for our weekly videos. And keep in mind, you're never wrong if you follow love. Bye!